Okay, so let's take a look at how to activate a database in Alma. Let's activate something that hasn't been done yet. So the first step would be to check the spreadsheet that I showed you that's in SharePoint and just kind of look at what's activated and what hasn't been activated. Of course, I've gotten all the Gale, ProQuest, and EBSCO stuff activated, even some of the local collections. For example, in ProQuest, Research Library, that's something that only three or four of us subscribe to, but I've got that one activated and ready to go. New York Times, for example, I think 2 or 3 colleges subscribe to that, and that one's ready to go. ProQuest Central is a collection of databases, and Madisonville subscribes to those databases. I haven't done those ones yet, so I'm going to start by showing you how to activate the Asian and European Business Collection and the Arts and Humanities database. Now, the first step in activating a database is you have to activate it from the community zone into the institution zone. So let's start with ProQuest Arts and Humanities database. Again, I'm going to copy the database name. The specific database name in Alma for this database is ProQuest Arts and Humanities database with an ampersand for the word and. Going to go back to Alma. I'm going to do an advanced search under electronic collection. And you have to change this to title, contains phrase, paste that in. So ProQuest Arts and Humanities database, and then do a search. Alright, so you'll notice nothing shows up in the institution zone. That's because nobody has activated this database. So the next thing would be to look in the community zone to see if this database is available. And it is. It's available to activate. You'll notice that it says that it's an aggregator package, which typically means that it's a database that you don't have to tinker with. It's something that you subscribe to, and the company, ProQuest, is fully responsible for making changes in that database. Sometimes they will pull journal titles, they will add journal titles. We have no control over that. We just subscribe to this package. We get it as it comes. So that's an aggregator package. Most of our databases are aggregator packages. So we're ready to activate this thing, moving it into the institution zone, and it will copy all of the portfolios. Again, portfolios are journal titles, okay? So I'm going to click on Activate. That brings up the activation wizard. You can see it says right here, Activation Wizard. So at this point, you do have to go through a couple screens here. First thing, make sure you're not enabling the proxy server. I mentioned in the previous video that we have to set our proxy server settings individually. Each single college has to set those up for the database individually. We do not want to use a universal proxy server. That will just mess everything up. So leave that one as no. These 3 check boxes below that. Activate this electronic collection service. I'm going to click on that one. You have to click on that one to get to the next screen. I'm not going to make the service available just yet, but I am going to say to automatically activate new portfolios. And again, what that means is if ProQuest were to add certain journal titles to this database or remove certain journal titles from this database, that would be automatically sent to our Alma, and it would take care of all that automatically. Okay, it would remove portfolios for us automatically or activate the new ones automatically. Okay, on to the next screen. This is your linking parameters. So again, we're not going to worry about a proxy server. Again, you do not want to select a proxy server, okay, because we have 17 different proxy servers, and you will have to choose your proxy server in the group settings. These are the universal settings that will apply to everybody's Primo. So we do not want to set up a proxy server for that because, for example, if we set up the system office's proxy server, it would only work for the system office. It wouldn't work for any of our colleges. Okay, next screen. will activate everything, and that's what we're going to want to do because, again, this is an aggregator package. That means that it's a database of mostly journals and articles, and we want to activate everything in there. Okay, we should have access to everything. These other options would be for a selective package like an ebook collection, where we only subscribe to certain titles in that database. Okay, so more on that when we get to ebook collections, selective packages. Okay, so for this one, it's an aggregator package. We'll just activate the whole darn thing. Hit next and then activate. Okay, so it's going to, this is not a huge database. There's only 523 different journal titles in this database. I'm going to click activate. This will take some time. So once you hit activate, you will get a message that says activation job was submitted, and then it tells you the job ID. All right, so now Alma has to basically copy all of these portfolios from the community zone into our institution zone. If you go up to the admin screen and then go to monitor jobs, you will see that this job is currently running. It's an electronic activation job, ProQuest Arts and Humanities database. Progress is 0%, so it's going to take some time to get this database moved into our institution zone, so you can check back later on that. Okay, I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet. We are in the process of activating Arts and Humanities database. In the interests of time, I'm just going to pick a different database that I've already done those steps for and the job has already run. So ProQuest Asian and European Business Collection. I'm going to go back into Alma, do my advanced search, switch this to title, contains phrase, ProQuest Asian and European Business Collection. So this is a database that I ran the job for earlier, and it went to 100%. So this should now be in our institution zone. Okay, so this database is in the institution zone. That means all of the portfolios are ready to go and are in our institution zone. Okay, so this one's available for everybody to activate. Now, Madisonville is the only college that subscribes to this one. So you go to the ellipses and then again go to Edit Service. Now, when I activated this thing through the activation wizard, again, I did not make it available yet. And there's a good reason why I didn't. Because Madisonville is the only college that subscribes to this database, if I had made it available at that point, it would have pushed this database to everybody's Primo. Once you make something available, unless you set something up in the group settings to tell it only send this thing to Madisonville, it will send this database and these links to everybody's Primo. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to show you what it actually looks like if I do make it available to all instances of Primo. So I'm going to click available and then hit save. Now again, this is going to send it to everybody's Primo, and we'll kind of look at what this looks like. Alright, so I'm going to take a look at the portfolios now, and again, the portfolios, this is a list of all the journal titles that are in the ProQuest Asian and European Business Collection, and I'll just find one of the titles and I'll test it out in Primo, just to show you that it does send this database to everybody's Primo, even though Madisonville is the only college that subscribes to it. Alright, so we look at the different titles. Let's find one on here, just scrolling down. Okay, we'll take a look at the kiosk marketplace news features and we'll see if it shows up in Primo. Now, I did create a file in the SharePoint site. Let me just go to it. If you go to SharePoint and then the Alma project, and then in Alma project, go to Alma Documents, and then from Alma Documents, you go into eResource Management. There's a file called Primo by Institution. And this is just a spreadsheet that I made that shows everybody's URL to their Primo. And also over here it shows everybody's URL to their libproxy site. So this is just kind of for quick reference. So what I'm going to do is just copy Madisonville's URL. and in a new tab, just paste that in, and that will take me to Madisonville's Primo. All right, going back into Alma, we're going to search for the kiosk marketplace. Kiosk marketplace news features, and do a search, and you'll see it's the first thing that comes up in Primo. I'm going to click available online, and you'll see that it is available in the ProQuest Asian and European Business Collection. Now I'm going to show you that it does show up in somebody else's Primo as well, even though it shouldn't. So I'm just going to select Ashland's Primo site, paste that into a new tab, go back into Alma, copy this title once again, Kiosk Marketplace News Features, paste it into Ashland's Primo, and it is also the first thing that comes up in Ashland's Primo. And when we click Available Online, it's available in the ProQuest Asian and European Business Collection. So it's showing up in everybody's Primo because we made the database available to everybody, but we have not set the group settings yet. And group settings will tell Alma which Primo to send it to, so we'll specify which college to send it to, and it will also tell them what proxy server to use. Right now we don't have any of that set up, so if I do click on this link, and remember I'm searching out of Ashland right now, it will probably take me to the journal, but this is just recognized because of the IP range, because I am in Madisonville right now. But you'll notice up here in the URL, nothing about the proxy server. And we're actually, this isn't Ashland's ProQuest, this is Madisonville's ProQuest, because I'm sitting in Madisonville right now. So it's just recognizing the link and going to it because of the IP address. Okay, so we need to set up the group settings to tell it don't go to Ashland at all, please, just go to Madisonville. And we will also set up the proxy server so that it will go through the proxy server. And that's what we will look at next.